Or homesickness?
Homesickness.
I have never known about homesickness.
Homesickness.
Homesickness is a feeling that you really miss your family.
You start missing the people back home, you start missing the environment, the food.
Your mother, your father, your brothers and sisters, when you are separated from them, that's when and you really miss them so much.
It's a bad feeling when you miss your family.
Start to feel yourself like very bad.
A kind of depression that people fall into when they are in a very serious stage of adaptation.
Homesickness is a term used. It's the anxiety produced in a person when they move from a familiar environment, either their culture or their social environment, to a new one. It creates a lot of different feelings in a person, feelings of loneliness, feeling of sadness, feelings of imbalance in many different areas of their lives, such as emotional, social, and physical as well.
I've never imagined that homesick feeling is that big. I haven't prepared for it.
After a while, yeah, I did feel a little bit homesick because I was missing everyone back home. My family, my mom, because we used to talk a lot. I'm getting better, I'm getting used to it now.
I was so alone, and it was a strange feeling. Your mother isn't here, your father isn't here, your sister isn't here. And I used to give them a call most of the time and cry on the phone.
My first feeling about homesickness was when I got into the airplane. I started to cry for a certain period of time, and like about, I think, 10 minutes, because I just realized that I just had left there my daughter, and I also have been with some relatives there. The most important one, I think.
It's not something ever to be taken lightly. As I learned years ago, I thought, oh, homesickness. And then I felt it, and I thought, oh, I'm not going to live. You have to send me home again. They said, Carol, everybody goes through this. And I said, you've got to be kidding me. Everybody feels this way? I've never felt this way before. Until it hits you. I think it's got to be a little bit like seasickness. People say, oh, you're going to be seasick. And you have no idea what seasickness is until all of a sudden you want to die.
The environment plays a big part of homesickness. People coming from places where they have sunshine every day will definitely have a very hard, difficult experience when they are in British Columbia, where we have a lot of rain and dark days. This is very depressing for many students. It can be depressing for anybody, but especially for people who have never experienced this kind of weather.
Chinese think the moon can send the feeling of missing hometown because we are watching the same moon. It got a rainy day here. I can't find the moon. Where's the moon?
When I came to Canada many, many years ago, I went through a period of homesickness. I had never seen trees without the leaves. It was kind of sad to see that the days were dark and raining so much because I was used to living in a sunny environment. I felt that it affected me a lot, not having the sunshine with me.
Because winter is coming, and it's pretty normal. If you feel a little bit upset, don't worry.
The weather being dark, the days are short, it rains constantly, it's cold, and they're not used to wearing lots of, like a big jacket and boots. All this creates another level of being uncomfortable, you know, and also the changes that they have to go through. Another barrier is the language. People, they feel shy speaking because there is either a strong accent or maybe not enough vocabulary to communicate with other people, and that creates a huge barrier.
I feel really sad about this. Someone will feel uncomfortable about my poor English.
If you really want to learn this language, don't ever speak English, because you will all of a sudden have people around you that are speaking English, and every chance that you have to speak your target language.
I need to be strong. I'm a strong man. So I just forget the whole thing about language.
I wasn't really doing enough to talk to people or to get to know the new culture. I was dwelling on my fears and basically sliding down into a depression about what I was missing.
I could read a little bit, but I didn't speak any English. I could feel that when people spoke English, it was like listening to the rain.
It got to a point where I was afraid almost to get up in the morning because all of a sudden I didn't know what I should say to people. And I was afraid to talk to people.
Very depressing because I couldn't communicate. I had to use my dictionary and point at the words to communicate my thoughts at first.
Language is not an obstacle to make friends. Yeah.
Other barriers that international students experience a lot is the food issue. Food is a big comfort for human beings, and because they come from a different diet, and sometimes coming to Canada makes it difficult for them to find the ingredients or the foods that they like. This creates more anxiety because whenever they feel sad or lonely, you go for comfort food, and if it's not there, it just makes things more difficult.
That feeling really suppressed my appetite for food. I just want to cook some simple food for me because there's no motivation for me to cook a lot of dishes because it's only one person. Yeah, it's only for me. I may lose my weight. Yeah.
I miss the food. Yes, the food was very different, and even though we had some similar foods here, but I found that it didn't taste the same. The fruits didn't have the same flavors. I could eat salads, but the tomatoes didn't taste the same. This was something that I missed a lot.
I always do shopping alone and cooking alone. When I cook for myself, I just thinking about sharing my food with my family. This is why I began to share my food, share my Chinese cuisine with some foreigner friends like Brazilian friends and Indian friends.
Yeah, we encourage students to live in Baker House because it gives a sense of community. Baker House has a kitchen where students can cook, and that is a good way for students to meet other people and the foods they like. Life can be very lonely when you go far away without all your support system, and that is why homesickness is the biggest piece.
My mom is the one who initially encouraged me to go abroad for my university education. She encouraged me to be independent and to be strong.
My mom is really important because she's like everything. She always helps me in my problems, never looks down on me, always encourages me to do anything. So yeah, that's why I really miss her a lot.
I've always been close to my mother. So whenever there was a problem, whenever there was anything I have to share, it's always I shared with my mother. But of course, as I started growing up and when I came to become more and more mature with life, that's when I had my sister and then my father. So I realized that everyone holds a wonderful value. And then I became close to all the three of them. And then that's because it was mainly my mother that I have to share my feelings with if I have to say anything to.
She told me to figure out a way to solve this problem, not just be depressed, don't give up. Yeah, this is what she said to me. Yeah.
My father, who is a little bit old. My mother, she's also like old. My wife there. But mostly I think when you have a daughter, when she's in this period of her life, Is around 2 years old. She's learning how to talk, how to say the first words. It's very difficult because you feel yourself missing the best part.
One of my nephews and my sister and my dad. So when I came here, I missed those relationships.
It was always my siblings. I have two sisters, and we were very, very close. And so I missed those. Those were my most intimate contacts, and those were the ones that I missed the most.
I think having something familiar from your country definitely makes a difference.
A cup in which I drink coffee with the phrase, "You are the best father of the world." I know that I am not, but I'm trying to be the one. A paper, and you can look at it and you can tell yourself, hey, you know what? I earned that one, and it is very valuable. You feel yourself better, you feel that things are working out here. At least for me, it is such useful when you put your achievements as something to give you a support. I think so.
Spring Festival is the most important holiday in China. The most important thing is to get together with family. And it's my first time to spend my Spring Festival abroad. On that day, I really missed my brother and my parents because we always play fireworks together and make dumplings.
My favorite anime is Naruto. So when I watch Naruto, I feel like really, really good. And the main character himself, Naruto, is a person who never gives up. I have his figurine that I bought, so it's there in my room. I think he's my role model. I feel sad. I just think about him and the things that he's done. So that makes me happy and rejuvenated again.
Tea Time started a couple of years ago with the goal of reaching out to students who are not part of a group. It's open to Canadian students and international students, and it's a concept where students can make friends in a very spontaneous environment because there is no requirement whatsoever. The only requirement is to have fun, have some tea and cookies. This year we came up with something even bigger. We call it Weekend Kickoff, and it's combining tea time with game, dances, and just socializing. So the program is growing every Friday, and as you know, we have this program from 4:30 to 6:30 every Friday. It's very exciting to see the integration of international students with domestic students. Any domestic students who is interested in learning about other cultures can come and join and make friends with international students.
The U House is a very good example of how I take care of that situation. I just go to U House, they have dances, I learn new dances from different cultures, play games with people, have a drink, take nachos or chips. And then when I start talking to people, and the next thing you know, I've forgotten all about it, and I'm way better.
All of us international students and the local students, the Canadian students, we all come together, we speak, we chat, we spend time with each other. That's when you get to know each other. There are so many different activities that we do. We dance together, we sing together, we enjoy together, we speak to each other, and we play lots and lots of games.
All of the times that I've been there, I could see people having fun, sharing their culture, dancing, teaching how to dance some popular songs. We have some snacks, we have cakes, we have tea, and video games. You are gonna see that you are getting new friends and curing your homesickness.
You can enjoy the other students and make friends in the time every Friday at your house.
Someone can cry, someone can just go home and try to drop off from the courses that they are taking.
I was not being myself. I reacted against this feeling and I became better. And naturally, I returned to be an independent person about my choice.
For people who are used to having people around them who are, because what I do know about Brazilians is they're very solicitous of each other. So if I'm feeling a little sad, somebody will say, oh, Carol, you're looking a little sad. Or if I gain 1 pound, somebody will say, Carol, it looks like you gained a pound. But people notice.
Try to deal with that since the beginning, because you have the UFE International. We are here to help you at any time you want. Just come here.
Late night, we used to speak and chat. So it was like a mini family for us. That's when I really started feeling good. I was really started feeling good, and I've said that yes, I've made a family of my own. So that was the initial stages where I met few friends, and that's when they made me feel comfortable.
Keep calm, try open your mind about this change in this moment.
Have a friend to do shopping with you and to make food with you, you will feel better.
The new international students that are coming, they shouldn't worry about anything. Everything's going to be fine. They don't need to be homesick, because basically there are people from different cultural backgrounds here. You can learn a lot, have fun, do so many things.
And then after we get through it, we're stronger, we're better people.
Do not stop talking with your family. They can give you support, but also don't forget to make friends here, because it's such an important opportunity that you are having here. Do not forget to feed yourself. You have to keep healthy.
Culture shock is a process. Culture shock varies on the individual. But everybody who comes from a different country will experience a level of culture shock. It's important for everybody at UFE to be aware of this, so that we can help the international students by being friendly towards them, volunteer, get involved, socializing. Those are good strategies where students will overcome faster their culture shock.
Balance everything in your life and you will be amazing. That's all.
The most important thing right now, I think, is my kid, and she's such a smart girl, and I think I'm missing the best part.
Well, my name is Aziz. I'm from Nigeria.
My English name is Tyler. I'm from China. My Chinese name is Xin Yang Yan.
My name is Cynthia. I'm from Brazil.
My name is Luis Eduardo Freire. I am from Brazil.
My name is Prashant Madhwani. I was born in Liberia and brought up in Nigeria, but there was civil war that broke out, and then I moved to Nigeria. So I'm an Indian, both my parents are Indians.
My name is Carol Mammal. I live in Chilliwack, British Columbia in Canada. I'm working at University of the Fraser Valley. I have worked in ESL, I have worked in international. My first experience with homesickness was in 1977 when I went to Goiânia, Goiás, Brazil, and lived for a year with 3 different host families with Rotary Exchange was the name of the program. And the second time I went through the same process was in Valencia, Spain, when I went to university as an international student.
My name is Ada Lee Molina. I came from El Salvador, Central America, and I've been in Canada for 27 years. I work with UFE International in supporting international students, and it's a job that I love. I'm very fortunate because I get paid to do something that it's a passion for me, to be working with international students.